hot popcorn. Mix it up, wrap it up, Buttercup is born.
It's delicious.
So nutritious.
It's a taste delight.
It's so munchy,
Crisp and crunchy.
you'll enjoy each bite. Eat butter-drenched Buttercup popcorn at its best.
Served in a king-size cup.
It beats all the rest.
The next show will start in 8 minutes.
For refreshment. For your enjoyment, there's hot, fresh popcorn, tempting, delicious hot dogs, and so many kinds of ice cream. And of course, sparkling, delicious, ice-cold Coca-Cola for everybody at the refreshment counter now. Remember, your favorite snack will taste especially good with world-famous ice-cold Coca-Cola.
The next show will start in 7 minutes. The next show will start in 6 minutes. While you're relaxing and waiting for the next show to begin, visit our snack bar. The next show will start in 5 minutes. show will start in 4 minutes.
Suppose there's time?
Sure, there's still time to visit our fine snack bar, where we offer a wide variety of good things to eat and drink to top off your evening. Want a suggestion? How about enjoying a treat we're famous for? A refreshing cup of smooth, chocolatey good Jubilee hot chocolate. Such a comforting, special kind of drink, and a favorite with folks of all ages. Hot chocolate goes down real easy this time of night, makes you feel warm and altogether wonderful. Bet you've never tasted hot chocolate quite as good as we make it. Enjoy a cup tonight.
Hot dogs with your favorite trimming for men and boys, girls and women. Dress them up to suit your taste. They're good. So good.
The next show will start in 3 minutes. The next show will start in 2 minutes. The next show will start in 1 minute.
Jim Rex? What's Jim Rex? Would you believe a movie audience guide presented as a public service by this theater's management to help you select your motion picture entertainment? Well, that's what it is. And we urge you to learn these rating symbols and use them as a guide for you and your family. G means suggested for general audiences, all ages. M, suggested for mature audiences, parental discretion advised. R, restricted, persons under 16 not admitted unless accompanied by parent or adult guardian. X, persons under 18 will not be admitted. This seal in advertising indicates that the film was approved under the Motion Picture Code of Self-Regulation.
Hi, folks. I'm Rico.
Oh, Nacho.
He's Peppy.
See?
You can find us at the concession stand in the lobby.
Along with all sorts of other tasty goodies.
See? Rico's Nachos, a refreshingly new and different snack discovery. Chock full of high-quality ingredients, crisp, fresh tortilla chips, covered with creamy aged cheddar cheese, topped off with zesty jalapeno pepper rings. Rico's Nachos, out of sight.
Remember, folks, we're the new star at the snack bar, Rico's Nachos, a new taste treat you can't beat.
See? Rico's Nachos, on sale at the snack bar now.
About to witness the takeoff of the first manned rocket to outer space. We pick up the count. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0!
We're off to visit the planets. There are treats galore in the stars. Venus is loaded with candy, and ice cream is found upon Mars. The soda pop's fizzing on Saturn. When you're thirsty, it sure hits the spot. And Jupiter's really jumping with popcorn that's buttered and hot. But the best of them all is the planet, where all of these treats are at hand. And that is the spot we now head for, our theater refreshment stand.
Good evening. It's intermission time. And during the next 10 minutes, we invite you to visit our refreshment stand located in the center of the drive-in. Our service is friendly and quick. You'll find hot dogs, hamburgers, pizza, your favorite candies, hot and cold beverages, and other delicious snacks. So add to your fun of watching the movie. Visit our refreshment stand right now during our 10-minute intermission. We're glad to have you with us tonight, and we hope you'll come to see us often. It's great to get out to the movies.
Today we're interviewing a stomach.
Hello there.
What is life like as a stomach?
Oh, boy, it was humdrum. I mean, until what's-his-name discovered Tony's Pizza.
Tony's Pizza?
Yeah, I was suffering from the pizza cravings until Tony's came along. Crispy crust and zesty sauces. Wow.
And so now... What's that?
Another pizza craving. Just thinking about Tony sets it off.
Oh, where are you going?
He's going to get a Tony's Pizza, and I follow him anywhere.
Does your stomach send you pizza craving signals? Oh, wow. Tony's, the Pizza Cravers Pizza. Available at the concession stand.
The delicious Oriental treat that's out of this world for taste-tempting goodness. Light and delicious, full of tender, juicy, fresh shrimp meat. It's America's favorite shrimp rolls. Try Flavos. You'll say they're shrimply delicious.
Hungry? We have it. Kettle in the popper. There are other treats for you, too, such as fresh candies and ice cream. Visit the Refreshment Center now. Enjoy a delicious snack and ice-cold Coca-Cola.
Sneaking out to the drive-in? Why not take the kiddies along and save the expense of a sitter? Everyone enjoys the drive-in.
Please replace the speaker on its rack when you're ready to leave. Failure to do so will damage both the speaker and your car. We'll be grateful, and so will the patrons who follow you.
It's intermission. Rise and stretch time. Time to refresh yourself and visit our snack bar. Got a yen for hot popcorn? Your favorite soft drinks are sparkling cold. The juicy Frank sizzling hot. There's delicious coffee, freshly brewed, and all kinds of ice cream and candy to tempt you. Showtime will be announced loud and clear to get you back to your car in time. So stretch your legs. Come to the snack bar now.
We're now just 1 minute away from the beginning of our next feature. For your convenience, our refreshment stand will remain open after the feature begins, so you still have time to add to the fun of watching the movie. Before we begin our next feature, we'd like to remind you to replace your speaker before leaving the theater. If it is accidentally damaged, please notify someone at the refreshment stand. Again, thank you for coming out to the drive-in tonight. As you leave, please drive carefully and come back soon. Please replace the speaker on its rack when you're ready to leave. Failure to do so will damage both the speaker and your car. We'll be grateful, and so will the patrons who follow you.
Projectionist, stop the show. Here's great news you ought to know. We've just got a shipment of taste-thrilled treats, all tip-top quality and delicious eats. There are hot dogs and popcorn and candy galore. There's soft drinks and coffee and a whole lot more. So direct your steps to our refreshment stand to enjoy the finest snacks in all the land.
You have 10 minutes till showtime.
You've seen the show. It was quite a treat. But now you'd like something to eat, so right this way to the concession stand serving Castleberry's, the best in the land. Yes, sir. Castleberry's is real southern barbecue. Choice cuts of meat slowly cooked over open pits of smoldering oak coals for honest-to-goodness barbecue flavor. You'll also find hot coffee, cold soft drinks, and delicious ice cream in our snack bar to go with your Castleberry sandwich. Just look at that generous helping of rich, juicy barbecue. Yum, yum. For a real taste thrill, Castleberry's barbecue will fill the...
The next show will start in 9 minutes.
Golden, pure creamery butter, rich, flavorful, satisfying. That's what it takes for the finest buttered popcorn, and that's what we use. See for yourself why there's no Showtime treat to equal the crisp, delicious flavor of hot popcorn that's bathed in real melted butter. It's at the concession stand now.
Now listen, now listen, now listen. I'm the Dairy Queen, won't you come with me along the milkshake way? I've got lots of good surprises, fresh and yummy for you every day. There are malts and shakes and sundaes too, whenever you stop. And of course your very, very favorite, the cone with the curl on top.
You don't have to just dream about Dairy Queen. Your favorite Dairy Queen treat is a refreshing reality at your nearest Dairy Queen store.
The next show will start in 8 minutes.
Hey! They're ready, folks.
For refreshment that is great.
If it's early or it's late, it's Orange Crush. Orange Crush, the drink that's extra good.
Fresh fruit flavor.
That's for me. It tastes better.
Naturally.
Orange Crush, Orange Crush, get some right away.
Visit our refreshment stand right away for delicious Orange Crush and all kinds of good things to eat.
Oh, the time is now, the time is here. Now's the time for a bite of cheer. A tasty light where the price is right. Well, look at here, you'll dig this sight. The moment's handy for a piece of candy. Just name your brand, they're all so grand. Hey, what do you think of a nice cool drink? Or a big box filled with a popcorn thrill? Let your taste buds meet with an ice cream treat. Refresh yourselves, it's time to eat. So come.
Gutwhacker. Good morning, Joey. Oh my gosh. No. Yeah, way. Totally frickin' way, man. Good morning, Joey. How are you? Ah, my one and true friend, Joey. He's like, I don't know who the hell you are. You're a fucking nut, man. You're crazy, dude. Oh, coffee. My shirt says nope. Not gonna happen. Oh, 'cause it's Monday. And I am wiped out. I did absolutely nothing over the weekend. And it completely destroyed me. Yeah. It's Monday. It is Monday. It's the 19th. It is the good old 19th. 19? Why? Why does it have to have a number? You know? Why? We'll put a 19 there. A 20 here. 21. 22. A little 23. Well, pardon my lungs. It's fucking bong hits, man. So, Monday, you know what that means? It means another record, another movie, another TV guide, a little bit of everything. Let's check out the box. Today we have Deodato. Deodato Prelude. This is a great album from, it's kind of ahead of its time. 1970. What the hell? Are you going to tell me? Are you going to tell me? No. Alright. 72. 1972, Deodato. It's got some great stuff in here. It's got Strauss. Well, a variation of Strauss, also Spracht, Zarathustra. I don't know what the hell. Baubles, bangles, and beads. It's got a lot of weird stuff on here. Eumir Deodato is a really, really talented pianist. Don't talk about your pianist. Good stuff. Let me see if I can find it on the old tuber here, on the old potato. See if I can find it on the old tuber. Yeah. So what's going on this morning, everybody? Everybody. I am just, oh, there's a picture of my dog there on my phone that just popped up. And it is kind of weird looking. He's a weird dog. He's a weird dog. There he is. Can you see him? Can you see my weird dog? My weird dog. Yeah. Weird dog. Let me pop up the tuber here. So, another weekend. Let's see, yesterday I finished up my commercial for the week and got it posted. Yay. You know, the thing about doing my weekly programming now is that I have to actually program my week. I've got my little morning show agenda here divided up into my 5 days, and then I've actually got to plan what I'm going to do so that I know how to put my commercial together, right? You know what? I would make a great manager to a YouTube channel, right? Or a station programmer, or I don't know, what do they call those guys? The head guy at the TV station that does everything, right? I would be good at that guy. Especially on this YouTube stuff, you know. It's like, okay, we need promos, we need commercials, we need this, we need that. I love to bust that shit out. It's so much fun. No, really. top 10 bands who hated their drummer, and Metallica's like picture is there. Yeah, I don't like him either. What's his name? Hans? Is his name Hans Gruber? Should we chuck him off the Nakatomi Towers? What movie is that? Chuck him off. Hans Gruber. Let's throw Hans Gruber off the Nakatomi Tower in L.A. What movie is that? Tell me, somebody. Anybody? Anybody? Ah, go on. Nobody knows this. So I almost watched this movie the other day. I don't know what I wound up watching. Last night, well, Saturday, my daughter and I started binge watching That 80s Show on the Tuber on YouTube, which is pretty cool because it's hard to find. Except for YouTube, you can find anything on YouTube. You totally tubed it, dude. Totally tubular, man. Totally tubular. Okay, so we're going to type in D-O.O. And what is it called? Prelude full album. Here we go. It's a great album. I hope you'll enjoy it. Oh yeah, baby. Prelude 1973 full album. Well, it says 73, but it's not. Oop, I better turn it off. Let me see. I'm just going to grab it here and borrow it from Jose Fritas. Jose Fritas. So thank you, Jose Fritas. Jose Fritas. I am going to go to Jose Fritas, and I am going to subscribe to Jose Fritas, because that's what I like to do, baby. Yeah, share the wealth, man. Just share it. Doesn't cost anything to subscribe to somebody, you know? So fuck it. It helps them. Fuck it. Alright, we're going to put that in there. And we're going to go in there. And we're going to go D-O.O. What? I have to put something there. Ah, I got to put that in there first. So we're going to put Prelude. Prelude. 1970. I got 1972, so I'm going to put 72. D-O.O. Full. No. 1972. Full album. D-O.O. There. Well, there you have that. There it is. That's just spectacular. So we did that. We did the album. Movie. Here we go. So the movie for the week, the weekly movie. This is a movie you should try to see this week. I'm not sure where this is. I think it is on Prime. So check it out. Sugarland Express. It is Steven Spielberg's theatrical debut. If you don't know who Steven Spielberg is, you're probably really young, or you don't watch movies. Steven Spielberg is the genius behind Jaws, E.T., Close Encounters of the Third Kind. As of late, one of my favorite films of this century is Super 8. All right, about a bunch of kids who make a film, and it turns out to be real, man. All right, so Goldie Hawn, Sugarland Express, He's just coming off the success of a TV movie starring Dennis Weaver called Duel. All right. There's a lot of great people in this. There are a lot of great people in this. Ben Johnson plays the sheriff that is like going after this couple. William Atherton. Wow. You just gotta watch it. It's a great movie. She just got her a year before this. She had gotten an Oscar for the film Cactus Flower, and she took a year off and didn't do anything. And then she comes back with the Sugarland Express, and it's like every time she comes back after Cactus Flower, it's something amazing. It is. She's a phenomenon. She's just crazy good. And after you see her in Laugh-In, the 1960s variety show Laugh-In, you see her on that, and you think, oh yeah, what a ditzy broad, the trippy, dippy, heavy weather girl type, just silly, laughs. Talks like an idiot. She does some of that in this. Yeah. Whoa. Okay. Oh, there's my TV. My refrigerator. Oh, yeah. Good. So, if you get a chance, watch the Sugarland Express. I'm going to go over here and see if I just can't. Do you notice how news and information on your computer and your phone are catered just for you? Like your algorithm knows just what you want to buy, so they keep throwing all of this crap at you, right? It's like, gosh, it's so amazing that I keep seeing all of these neat things. It's their algorithm. They know. Your computer algorithm designed just for you, and you probably have several. They keep throwing shit at you. Totally, man. So let's go Sugarland Express. You can buy it or rent it. I am going to put the trailer. And I am going to share this trailer to my Bipclord. What did he say? What the fuck did he say? That son of a bitch. Is he fucking around with the English language again? Bastard. Oh, I hate it when it does that. I type slow, huh? I type slow. What is this? Let me make sure I got the right year. I got the right year. And it's not going to tell me the year on this fucking Betamax here. 1983 home movie. That's not the year of the movie. That's the year of the tape. Okay, well, I will go back here and see that it is a 1974 full movie. There, because it's movie fucking Monday here, you know? Totally. There we go. I'm doing my job. You can't say I'm not doing my job. So, Joey, guess what? What, dumbass? Natalie is going to be on Minecrafting this evening. She is my guest gamer for this evening. Last night we're sitting here watching that 80s show, and we're like watching the last episode for the evening. And I'm so like, so remember, we got a date tomorrow. She said, what time? I said, 5 to 6:30. She said, all right. I said, so why don't you get on there and go to my Lost World and poke around in there and toughen up a little bit before the show tonight. She's like, all right. I doubt she did last night. She was probably vegging out doing her own thing. Which reminds me, we got to pick up some more gummies. It's summertime, and I'm sure she wants to do some chilling out, right? Oh my gosh, no way. What am I gonna? I'm gonna heat up my coffee. That's what I'm gonna do. Be right back. Talk amongst yourself. I do it all the time. Nope. Yes, sirree, Baba Rooney. Yes, sirree, Baba Rooney. So yeah, we're doing some Minecrafting this evening. My daughter will be joining me. I'm going to get it set up in here so she does not have to be on camera. She's not an on-camera person. So I'm not like, I'm your dad and I'm doing my show and you have to be on camera. I'm not like that. I don't even care if my guests are on camera, you know, whether it's on the phone or on a what you call it, a video conference thing. The hell do I care? I mean, it's not me, it's them, right? Yeah, it's going to be totally cool, man. I can't wait to have her running around my world checking it out. And exploring for me, because I'm a big chicken. When it comes to nighttime, whew, that's the fright time. And I am scared. So I usually go hide at night and just go to bed. So it'll be neat to have her exploring stuff that I haven't explored yet. I mean, I hoofed it a couple of thousand squares north of where I was playing my little world. And so I went like a whole map and a half away. And then started exploring there, but I didn't explore much. I just explored my little area and built. And now I have a huge, giant village populated with like, I'm looking at the numbers of people roaming around in the village, and I'm looking at it in my head, and it feels like almost 100 people running around, 100 villagers. It can't be that many, but it sure feels like it when you walk from one end of the village to the other, and you're just confronted by so many villagers. So many villagers. It's crazy. crazy. That should be quite enjoyable. I'm just going to love sitting here watching my daughter play in something that I created, right? Had I not died a while back, I'd be well over 100 on points right now. But I keep dying, so I don't go out and do stuff. Because I turn around and whack, 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 and I'm dead. Just like that. And it's like, son of a bitch. I just can't win. My daughter, she plays all of those tough guy games, you know. But I just cannot. I just can't do it. Yeah, it's just spooky. So later on this morning, we are going to watch a movie adapted from the story by Ambrose Bierce called The Boarded Window. I have not seen it yet. I have only seen little snippets of it while getting it ready to air. So that'll be interesting. From what I understand, it's about the aftermath of someone who's passed away, who is like a recluse, right? So that's the most I know about it. But that should be fun. We're also going to pick out another TV guide or two to check out. We have 2 weeks left of this month, so we're going to need to save at least a TV guide for next week. And we've got 2 left in here. I'm going to take these guys that we are through with, Little House on the Prairie and Dallas, put them in the drawer. And what do we have to choose from? We have, well, this should be easy. I've got Donahue, May 27th to June 2nd, and Three's Company, May 20th through May 26th, so that one wins. There we go. So we've got our, I was just watching last night, I was just watching John Ritter with Jim Belushi in the movie Real Men. Has anybody seen Real Men? That is a real cool movie. It's weird. It's out there. But both Jim Belushi and John Ritter totally fucking shine. They get to be funny, they get to be serious, they get to emote. It's just a fun, funny, silly, whimsical movie. So if you get a chance, watch Real Men with Jim Belushi and John Ritter. Real Men. The full movie. 1987, that's it. Okay, here it is. And Rerunners has it here. So I am going to paste it in this morning. Because I like to talk about stuff and then share it with you all. Let's go paste. Entrevu. And then that is Real Men. 1987. Full movie. Ritter, James Belushi, that'll work. Good enough. Anywho, So we do have a new TV guide here. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Let's see what was going on over the weekend. Right? Ooh, see, join the army and see Europe. Gosh, isn't that great? Join the army, travel far, beautiful places, see wonderful, glorious things, meet new and interesting people, and then kill them. Sure. You could save them, but you'll probably just kill them. Why? Because that's what we do. Yeah. That's what we do. You can see I'm a little bit jaded about war. I wonder, you know, I mean, why not? You got admin that will literally sell you anything, right? Come to Marlboro country. Don't look at this over here. Don't look at this that says that it's going to kill you. But come to Marlboro country, you know. They should have Surgeons General warnings on things like this. All right? They should have a Surgeons General warning down at the bottom of this ad that says, joining the service to protect your country will lead to abandonment, lies, and quite possibly your death due to enemies shooting at you because they hate your government's policies, or more than likely you'll come home and find that everyone has abandoned you and you'll just fucking blow your own brains out. No, I'm not too jaded, right? Yeah. You know what? For someone whose father was in Vietnam, I think I have the right to speak the way I speak about war and the criminals in our country's government who proliferate the wars. So there you go. So there you go. Oh, a Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court. That was a great movie. Is that the one with Bing Crosby, or is that the one with the guy who played Riley? Right? I don't fucking know. Well, let's see what's coming on Saturday. What came on Saturday over the weekend? Right? Anything good? Anything good? Anything good? 1978, May 20th, Saturday. Fat Albert, Brady Bunch, Space Academy, Wide World of Sports with the Harlem Globetrotters. I saw the Harlem Globetrotters in 1977, 1978, right around the same time, in Fallbrook, California, right? And they were just in the high school gym, which later became the junior high school gym, when they built the new high school. And it was bizarre. They were right there in this fucking high school basketball. It was weird. It was really, really weird. Let's see. What is coming on prime time Saturday evening? Hee Haw. Yay. Firing Line. Hee Haw. Bob Schaefer News. Athletic Roundtable at 6:30. Adam 12. Golden Age of Comedy 1957. Laurel and Hardy. Charlie Chase. Harold Lloyd. Oh, it's one of those clip highlight things. All right. At 7 p.m. on May 20th, 1978, Saturday, we watched Raymond Burr on Hollywood Squares with Diane Carroll, George Gobel, Florence Henderson, Earl Holliman, Paul Lynn, Lee Merriweather, Martin Mull, and Tony Randall. Ha, 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 ha. Yak, 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 yak. That was probably a funny show. Earl Holliman. Totally. Earl Holliman, yeah, he was funny on the on that what was that movie? Forbidden Planet. He played the cook that got drunk with the robot. The robot made him a bunch of booze. great. It's great, great fucking stuff, man. You know what? I love movies. Project UFO. Yeah, I remember that. Totally. So that's at 8 o'clock, Project UFO. Oh, Paul Lynde, variety show. I actually have seen that. That's a funny show. He's a funny dude. Raquel Welch, Henny Calder. That's a good movie. Yeah, baby. It's got Ernest Borgnine in it, as well as Raquel Welch. They always have these cool little ads to buy things. Mediterranean decorator wall shelf, right? $3. It's got the dimensions there. It's about 5 feet of display space. That's not much. It's pretty tiny. They're thinking 5 feet. It shows up and it's a little itty bitty tiny thing. And it's got, it's got 8 inches here and 8 inches there, and then it's got 16 inches in here, and then you're thinking, oh man, what did I get this for? Yard sale next spring. At 9, Love Boat movie, Hunters of the Reef, and of course, Henny Calder. Soundstage, Fantasy Island at 10. More Soundstage at 10. Austin City Limits. The Lost Gonzo Band. What the hell is that? Let's look at Sunday evening. May 21st, 1978. Forum. A League of Women Voters presents candidates for Superior Court Judge. Yeah. Let's see. Americans documentary. French chef Julia Child. Space 1999. Indian news. What is this? This is probably Fresno or Central California, right? Where is this? Central California. That's what I taught. Putty tat, that's what I taught. So let's see how the West was won. And that looks like, yeah, James Arness. Bruce Boxleitner. He's so young. Who the hell is Fionnuala Flanagan? I have no idea. Fionnuala. Wild Kingdom. Rock, Reverie, and Revolution. I don't know what the hell that means. World of Disney, Jungle Cat. $7:30. Previn and the Pittsburgh. What the fuck is that shit? Andre Previn conducts the Pittsburgh Symphony. Okay. How the West was won. Ziegfeld. I don't care about the Ziegfeld Follies. Let's see. All in the Family. Lynn Anderson's Country Welcome. Chet Atkins, Eddie Rabbitt, England Dan, and John Ford Coley. Tina Turner. Wow. Excellent. This is after she's left Ike Turner. I think Ike Turner is in prison, right? At least he was. In Concert. That's right. There we go. At 8:30, Alice. At 9, Our Mutual Friend. Part 6. Wow. Mr. Majestic. the movie. At 10, Nova, Across the Silence Barrier. Huh. Well, let's do Monday, because today's Monday. And choose up to $55 worth of books at Publisher's Edition prices for 99 cents. And you can pick out any of these books, right? That's a lot of books. Totally, man. Totally. This was like everything in TV Guide. Everything, man. Everything. Oh, tonight, Monday night, James Coburn, The Dane Curse. Totally, man. Candid Camera, Family Feud, with Ryan's Hope versus All My Children. Gosh, that's great. At 6 o'clock, we got a lot of news. Over Easy, Hugh Downs, Cronkite, Chancellor Brinkley, Hugh Downs, Chancellor Brinkley, Cronkite's just forever. The Liars Club, Rookies, Mary Tyler Moore. 7 o'clock, 7:30, $25,000 Pyramid. What else is coming on? Ooh, look at 7:30, The Muppet Show, Bernadette Peters. Oh yeah. Production number of Applejack. Oh, baby. I love me some Bernadette Peters. Hollywood Squares, Victor Borga, Linda Day George, George Goble, Florence Henderson, Lance Kerwin. Son of a bitch. Lance Kerwin. He was everywhere, huh? But I miss that guy. Never met him, and I miss him. 8 o'clock, Sugar Time. Sugar Time. It's a comedy. Dee Dee Carr, Marion Black, Wynn Irwin. Nobody. Also at 8, prime time, Little House on the Prairie. I just watched this one. Matthew Laborteaux plays young Charles, and they go back and Mom tells the girls about when they first met. In Search of the Real America. Ben J. Wattenberg. Baby, I'm Back. Debate on Proposition 13. Carol Burnett and Friends. Emergency 1. MASH. Esta Noche Lucia. In Search of It, 9 o'clock. All right. Let's see. What do we have? Just Me and You, the movie. Meeting of the Minds, discussion. The Dane Curse, mystery. Meeting of the Minds. The Red Tent. Jeez, that's kind of suggestive. To bloody boner. In Search of the Functions of the Pyramids in Ancient and Modern Times. Ooh. 9:30, Merv Griffin. Joey Bishop and Victor Borg. The Virginia Hill Story at 9:30. Turnabout at 10. And The Gong Show at 10:30. Rex Reed, J.P. Morgan, and Jamie Farr. Love American Style at 11:05. Johnny Carson. Guest host John Davidson and guest Jim Neighbors. Totally. And that takes us into Tuesday morning. And we'll get back to more of that on Tuesday morning. Totally. So, where are we? Gosh, it's 20 to 6 already. Time sure flies when you're just jabber-jawing, you know. So last night, my daughter's been setting this up for a while. So last night, she finally said, okay, we got to go. So we drove over to Pioneer Town, to Pappy and Harriet's. And if you don't know Pappy and Harriet's, oh boy, what a place. A great place to see your favorite band. No matter how big they are, they always seem to come to Pappy and Harriet's. I'll tell you what, Paul McCartney played Pappy and Harriet's when he did that summer fest out here a few years back. Yeah, he just showed up. $50 a ticket, sold out like that. All you got to do is show up, and word of mouth. It was packed. The street was all the way down into town. It happened so quick. I was coming home from work, and I would have gone, but the line down was already so huge. It was like you knew you were not going to be able to see the show. If you were lucky, you could hear some and maybe see Paul, and that was it. That was it. So I didn't go to that. But Pappy and Harriet's, right? So my daughter, she takes us out last night to Pappy and Harriet's so we can wait in line for a locals deal. And let me grab my keys here so I can show you what we got. I was looking for my other slipper and I was wearing it. Okay. So basically, we picked up keychains. We signed up and filled out a form and signed it and dated it. And we picked up keychains. That's it. That's all it was. It was just a keychain. The thing about this keychain is that it says this on the back. We had to prove that we lived in the area. And we got that on the back, which means we get some righteous deals, dude. Totally. It doesn't just mean that we get a cool keychain. It means that we get early admission. First in line to the shows. Not to mention 10% off all food, $2 off any drinks, early line status when you're going for tickets. I mean, it's like, yeah, my daughter. So we went, my wife and my daughter and I, and we got 3 keychains. So now when we go to a show, we don't have to stand in the regular line. We're going to stand in the locals line and go in first. That's cool. Also, when my daughter has a show to go to there, and she's with her friends, we just put our keychains with hers, and she carries all 3 keychains. So her and her friends can go in. Boom, bing, bang, boom, right? And even if they all can't, you know, she got more than 3 friends with her, at least 3 people could get in quick and then hold some good seat area, right? So that's cool. If you recognize this hat, tell me what movie it's from. Tell me. Go ahead. I dare you. I double dare you.
Steamboat Willie?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I'm running a little low this morning, so I wasn't going to do any bong hits. But then I realized, hey, I don't do that many bong hits anyway. I probably do maybe a half dozen at most in the morning. Unless I'm really feeling it. Pain, that is. So, my brother is home from his trip to Florida and back. They took a quick trip out from Oregon all the way down to Florida and back. I do not envy them. That is not a fun ride. Well, I mean, it is, but it isn't. I would enjoy it if I could do it in stages, right? Drive for a day, rest for a day. Drive for a day, rest for a day. Drive for a day, rest for a couple of days. Turn around and come back. I would not be able to do that. Okay, I'll drive for a while, and then you drive for a while, and then first of all, my wife isn't like that. She's not one of those, yeah, just put me behind the wheel, and no. Maybe during the day, a little bit, but on a long trip across country that she's never been in before, she'll be like, I don't want to drive anymore. That's my, that's my element right there. I love to drive, especially cross country. Yeah, I can't wait to do that in the van. She promises me that at some point, real soon, we're going to get that van. We got an appointment on the 10th coming up to get my van into the shop. Why am I waiting till then? Well, first of all, we're going camping, and I don't want to be without the van. Second of all, I like a shop who gives me an appointment and doesn't just say, yeah, drop it off and we'll get to it when we get to it. It's been 2 weeks. We ain't got to it, man. What the fuck do you expect? We're busy. So this guy at least makes appointments, and he's got a regular turnover, and he has the best references. Oh, yeah, I know. Isn't driving fun? Isn't it just fun? Anytime somebody says, hey, man, I need you, I'm like, yeah, I'll drive. It's just, it's great. It's great. You and I could do a tag team across the country driving easily, especially in the van, It's like a couple of people up front driving, co-piloting, and then we swap off, and then 2 people get up front and drive and co-pilot, and we just do that, and just do it for 4 on, 4 off, 4 on, 4 off, that kind of thing, and then do 12-hour shot, and then take a break. Of course, if you got to go all the way through, and I've done that before, where you just keep driving and driving and driving until you get there, and then you crash. If I was going to do a long trip, I wouldn't want to do that. I would want to go short bursts during the day, and I would want to, or long bursts, but I would want to make it like 1 day of travel and 1 day of leisure. 1 day of, you know what, we drove to a place, let's check that place out. Spend the day checking it out, resting, getting the road out of your head. Because a week of that, you don't want to get burned out. You want to enjoy it, And I could do a couple of weeks, I could do a month of just driving around. It's like, okay, let's drive here and check this place out, and the next day we're going to drive to this place, and then the next day we're going to check that place out, and then 1 day on, 1 day off, mainly because I want to see the country. There's a lot to see. Driving through it is one thing, but and then there's also, I would want to stop along the way to check out things before we get to where we're going to stay, and check stuff out. And I would want to make it meaningful, right? It's like, okay, we're taking this route so that we can check out this thing and this thing along the way. And then this route takes us to here, because here we can stay for a whole day and have these things to do, right? We may have to stay for a whole day, extra day in one place, just to recover from the things we did there at the day before, right? So, whatever. Am I gone? Nope. Not gonna happen. Yeah. So travel. Totally travel. I would probably give this up just to travel, right? I don't know that I could get into making videos and then uploading videos, because I don't know, it's just a lot of editing and work and stuff. If you're just taking quick shots, like, okay, quick video, okay, another quick video, okay, and then you just slap all those together, that's one thing. I get carried away. It's like, okay, let's shoot this from the 3 angles, and then we'll just do a run through, and I'm like, ah, jeez, just get over yourself, dude. So, you know, it could be something fun like that. But just to drive around and go from cool place to cool place, right? Like there's these caverns in Carlsbad, New Mexico, the Carlsbad Caverns. Well, if you go to Northern California in like Mount Shasta area, there's another set of underground caverns. And then I'm sure if you go to someplace like along the Appalachian Trail, you're going to find more underground caverns, right? I'm not a big underground guy. I assume that as soon as I go underground, there's going to be an earthquake. So I don't know. I've been underground before. I've been in caves. I've been in underground stuff where you go in and you get on your belly and slide down, right? I've been in places like that before. It gets you a little edgy. I don't mind the enclosed space. I don't mind the darkness. I don't mind the bugs. I don't mind the stuff that you can't see. It's the fact that you have all of this earth above you, and it just takes one little shift for it to come down and squash you, and then you're done. It's over. They never find you. You know, archaeologists never find you. You're just done. You're gone. And even if you don't die right away, how the hell are you going to get out? Yeah, what, start fucking digging? No. That's like the ocean, you know. I'm not afraid of the water. I'm not afraid of big open spaces. I'm not I am afraid of heights, really. But it's the not knowing what's below you, right? We don't know. We don't know what's in the ocean. We have a pretty good idea. We know, a lot about the ocean. We don't know everything. So that's spooky. I'd rather go to space than take a cruise from here to Hawaii. That's a lot of ocean to cover. What the hell with that? No way. No way. So, anyway, it's just about 6 o'clock, and we're going to watch The Boarded Window and discuss it. I got to heat this coffee up and do this bong hit, because that's what I do. I do what I do. All right, I'll be right back. Discuss. Yeah, I keep glancing out the window and noticing that it's light already, and that when I started my show it was getting light, and that within another month or so it's going to be light during my show from the beginning. And I like it. I like the dark. I like my show. I prefer to my show to happen at night, right? Well, at least in the morning when it's still dark. And then just as I'm ending the show, the sun comes up. That would be perfect. I can't get that unless I adjust my show with the sun, and I ain't gonna do that. That's just... All right, Joey, take it easy. Have a good night's sleep and a good day at work tonight. Have a good night's sleep today and a good day's work tonight. That's it. All right, brother. Take it easy. And, yeah, can't wait to see you soon. Camping is going to be a fucking blast. We are going to do absolutely nothing. You're just going to sit and look at the sky and kind of go, whoa. Right? Right on, man. Take it easy. Have a good one. We'll see you in a little while. Hold that there. Totally, man. Totally, man. Yeah, camping. I emptied the van of the furniture that we had picked up. So now, yes, now indeed. So now I need to strip the van. I need to take everything out, throw it out, and then vacuum the van, clean everything, make it nice and pretty, and then start organizing everything into the van. Everything. I've got a giant cooler that's got to go in there. We've got a couple of tents that we are going to take this week and set up. Hopefully the wind will die down and we can go set these tents up and open them up, sweep them out, air them out, fumigate them, and make them all nice and fresh, and possibly pick up another tent. We have a couple of camping cots now, thanks to my wife's friend Amber, an ex-teacher of my daughter. My wife, she has so many friends and acquaintances in the area, and a lot of them come from my daughter being in school and my wife going to my daughter's school and volunteering on a regular basis. Until my daughter left grade school. She got to the 6th grade, and my daughter's like, okay, Mom, that's enough. So she eased up, but she used to go and help out all the time. That was neat. Yeah. Great mom. I mean, she's literally made so many outfits. She still makes outfits for my daughter. You know, she made her this great skirt, double, triple, quadruple layered skirt with different materials, and then made the suspenders to hold them on. Right? Fucking crazy. And they used to be able to trade clothes. My wife still wears my daughter's old clothes. The only thing is that they stand together now, and my wife comes up to my daughter's shoulder. Right? She don't even come up to that on me, my wife. Of course not. She's down in here. But it's great. It's me and our daughter, and then my wife, and it's... Yep. My wife is like, yeah, how could they forget us? Well, totally, man. Slightly unforgettable. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, it's 6 in the a.m. here. And it is May 19th, 2025. It's Monday. It is Monday Movie Memories Monday. I have a movie here that is 17 minutes long, and we are going to watch that and then discuss it. I haven't seen it yet, so it should be quite interesting. I don't know who's there. Joey's probably asleep. He might be listening. And if you aren't, go to bed. You got to work. Go to bed. Turn off your stuff and go to bed. Devices off, because you can't sleep with that stuff going on. That electrical stuff going on, man. I know. I've got to get an alarm next to the bed so that I can leave my phone in here and stop taking it in the room with. The only reason I take my phone to bed with me is because it's got an alarm on it. That's it. So I need to change that and have my wife leave her phone outside as well, and just say, okay, look, here's a box. At night, we're going to put our phones in this box and leave them there. You know, I don't think I could get my daughter to do that. She's surgically attached to that thing. It's just the way they are. I would prefer it not to be that way. But she's one of those people, like my wife, who get up in the morning and grab their phone and start going through it. I don't. I get up in the morning, I look over at the phone, and I put it onto snooze. That's what I do with my phone, because it's an alarm. And then I wake up again, and I put it on snooze again. And then it wakes me up one more time, and I put it on snooze again, but I wake up. It stays on snooze until I start my show. 10 minutes before I start my show is the last time that it goes off. And then I stop it. And then I use my phone as a monitor. It's sitting here in front of me. And it is a monitor of what is happening here on YouTube. I know it's going out. And with my phone, I can see what it looks like on YouTube. After I'm done with this, the phone goes over here on the desk, and I don't use it until I go out. And then if I am out and I've got to sit in my car and do nothing, then I will put on Netflix or YouTube or something, and I will watch something in the car, sitting there in the parking lot waiting for somebody or something. That's mostly what my phones get used for. My phone gets used as an actual phone when people call me to send messages, as a GPS, as a map, right? And that's my phone. And then I have another phone that doesn't have phone service. It's just a little computer. That's all it is. So I use it as a TV. I use it to watch Netflix and YouTube. I use it to share my YouTube stuff onto Facebook, which is one of the things I do in the morning. Just before I go on live, I share from YouTube onto Facebook and say, this is what I'm doing today, hello. And that's about it. And then I would say that every week I probably spend a good hour on Facebook. I'm on my phone a lot, but it's doing other crap. Facebook, I'm not on a lot, and most of my posts have to do with this stuff here. Because this is my life. This is my bread and butter. I make no money off of this. This is non-commercial. I don't make no non-profit. Nothing going on here that I'm going to earn from. I just do it to kill time. Killing time on planet Earth. That's all I'm doing. Yep. That's it. Got this cool micro cassette recorder from Joey in the mail the other day, and now I'm like, all right, baby. Now I get to be on that fun and exciting hunt for accessories, right? Which I love to do that. I get to like creep around the thrift shops and look around like, oh, look what I just found. and then I'll bring that home and add it, you know. So now I've got something to curate a little kit. I'm going to find a nice little strap for this, a wrist strap. I'm going to find a little box of tapes. Come to think of it now, I am probably going to look for an answering machine that takes the same size tapes. A microphone and an ear. So, ear, it doesn't say headphone, it says ear, which means it's just the one dealie. DC in 3 volts. Wow. Because it's only 2 little batteries. That's cool. So I am going to be playing around with this guy. Yeah. It's neat because they come with little leather cases too. A little leather skin that snaps over or velcros over the top of this, that's got little openings for all the little buttons and stuff, and that's pretty cool. Yeah, it looks like a black leather glove for it. Very neat. God, I love these. I love them little things. All right, so it is after. It is afters. So I am going to go ahead and put on this movie, and we will check it out together, and then we will discuss it. All right. So let's do that. Let me bring it up, and here we go. There we are, and then I will put myself there. Let's watch and enjoy, and then discuss The Boarded Window. Leonard Wolf. Native? Nancy Ferguson. Did I just see her? I can go full screen on my monitor here. Watch it like y'all. So somebody has passed away. He doesn't look too heavy. What's in the box? Jeez. Oh, you haven't put him in yet. I get it.
He lived alone in that house, surrounded by the great forest of whose gloom and silence he seemed a part, for no one had ever known him to smile or speak a needless word. His simple wants were supplied by the sale or barter of skins of wild animals in the river town, for not a thing did he grow upon the land.
Squash him in there. Come on. Yep, get him arms down. He's kind of big.
A few acres of ground immediately about the house had once been cleared of its trees, but the man's zeal for agriculture had burned with a failing flame. The little house had a single door, and to the side, a window. The latter, however, was boarded up. No one knew why, nor could anyone remember a time when it was not. I fancy there are few persons living today who know the secret of that window, but I am one, as in due time you shall hear. Years ago, it seems, he had had a wife. Of her charms of mind and person, tradition is silent, but of their affection and happiness, there is abundant assurance in every added day of the man's widowed life. For what but the magnetism of a blessed memory could have chained that venturesome spirit to a lot like that?
Sheesh. Did you just kill Bambi's mother? You bastard. Those are gotta be the worst things in the world. Ugh. Hunters and trappers together. And those damn traps. Yeah, making films back then. You know, they don't do a whole lot of this kind of stuff anymore. It's all special effects and bullshit. Even if there's educational films, it's all fucking overproduced Disney bullshit anymore. There's no more real good independent educational film companies. There you go. We need a good retro film company. What the hell? Is this the boarded window, the search for Sasquatch? What? He blows his beard off with a gun. The bearded window.
Anna! Anna!
Oh, she bailed on your ass. I guess we know what happened to her.
Anna.
Took her to the mountains and she got sickly. Yeah, water. Some water, that'll help. Couldn't hurt. She got a well? He does. He has a well. Oh, Anna. You shouldn't have kidnapped that poor woman. You like living in the mountains with me, don't you? You like being my child bride, don't you? Uh-huh. Look, he's a crazy old weird bearded guy. Pardon me. Oh, jeez. Just starts hacking her up with a hatchet. Damn it, get better. Oh, whoops. My temper. She dead yet? I guess she is. That looks like she's gone. She done escaped that body. Now what? Snotty face. Jeez. Close her eyes already. I want her to keep looking at me. Yep. He slept with her for 6 years. It's about time. Not that they would close at this point. Jeez. Oh, yeah. The harsh reality of life. Death. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Belch. So I'm going to take a wild guess and say that this story is about this guy spending the rest of his life mourning his wife's passing. Hence the boarded window, the solitude, the depression, the sadness. Yeah, bummer. That would probably most definitely be me. It would probably crush me to no end. I would like to think or hope that my wife would get over my passing a little easier than I would her. So she's a lot stronger than I am. I'm just a big baby, and I have no spine. Totally. Be a couple of days before he can get her in the ground, huh? She's going to be pretty stiff when you go to pick her up. You could stand her in the corner at this point. Time to heat this coffee again. The fuck is that? Is that Sasquatch again? Uh-oh, is he dreaming? Something outside. It is Sasquatch. That scared the shit out of me. Oh, shit. Heavy. I guess you should have got her into the ground. There's my refrigerator. Uh-oh. How'd that get in her mouth? What did she attack it? I don't get it. So, that was pretty bizarre. I guess the moral of the story is bury it dead quick. I wonder how long he was dead before they found him. And what about that window? Did he board that window up so that they wouldn't come for him when he died? Huh. Produced at the film school. Wow. All right, that was, yeah, The Boarded Window, 1973, adapted from an Ambrose Pierce short story. I had never seen that before. It had quite a shocking moment there when, yeah, during the whole mountain lion attack thing there. That was spooky. That freaked me out. Spooky. Let me heat up my coffee. I'll be right back. Well, anyway. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, it is 6:27 a.m. Pacific Standard Time here on the west coast of these here United States. It's May 19th, 2025. It's a Monday. So we just, let's do that. So you can see my corduroy jacket hanging up over here, my little purse, right? Because this is my room, man. Yeah. Album of the day, Diodato Prelude. Movie of the week, Sugarland Express. And the TV Guide. TV Guide, May 20th, 1978. The week of. So, what do you think about The Boarded Window? At some point, leave me a comment. Tell me what you thought. All right. I like those crazy old weird bearded guy movies, right? There appears to be a lot of those out there. So there you go. What's going on today? I have no clue what's going on today. If I can keep from being exhausted, I will be out cleaning my van and getting it ready to pack for the trip. And then at some point, we'll be going and picking up a few items to make it a pleasant trip. Mainly, I've got to get a screen for the canopy. I've got to get some short plastic fencing to enclose the lower part of the canopy to keep the dogs safe. So that'll be cool. I'm going to get it tall enough so that bigger dogs can't just poke through the screen over the top. And then I'll just be going through everything that I own and picking out. It's like, okay, we're going to need some rope. We're going to need a hatchet and a mallet. And we're going to need this, and we're going to need that. And I need a couple of those. And so, yeah, we're just going to kind of go through and hand select all the crap that we need. It should be quite fun. I'm going to bring in the air mattress and test it out, blow it up, test it out, put together some bedding for it. And then, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to pick up another little tent like the one that I have. It's a little Eddie Bauer tent from like 1999. So I'm going to pick up another little tent. We have a queen-size air mattress that fits in it perfectly with enough room to get over and get up and put your bags of stuff. It's also snug enough that the pillows don't fall off of the sides. So I want to get another one of those for the twin air mattress for our guest. And then we have a large cabin tent, and I think we're going to set that one up and put a couple of cots and some chairs in that one. And that will kind of be our hangout place and extra room for somebody else who might show up. I think we're going to have my brother-in-law there for a night or two. So that'll be cool. We've got a lot of firewood. It's like every week for the several years we've been doing Airbnbs, somebody will leave wood behind. A piece of wood, a bundle of wood, several bundles of wood, boxes of wood. They show up ready to burn the place down, and they use 3 pieces of wood, and then they leave it behind because they don't want to take it with them. So I love those people who leave firewood. I took a couple of cinder blocks and some 2x4s and stuck the 2x4s down into the cinder blocks, right? So the cinder blocks are the base, and then the 2x4s coming out, 2 going this way and then 2 on this side. And it creates a trough. And I saw it on a Facebook picture years ago, and I stacked all of the wood in there in this big giant wedge. So in our backyard we have this big giant wedge of firewood that has come from people leaving firewood at the vacation rentals that we clean. So we just bring it home, put it in the pile. So we have brought home so much that we have had stacks of bundles, boxes of wood. I have given away several boxes and bundles of wood to people. It's like, oh, you need some firewood? Here. What the hell? Because, you know, what am I going to do with it? Set it back there and we'll look at it. So now I get to take some that's bundled up in boxes and bags and shit and pack it into the van and take it. And so I just have to check it. I just have to check it for bugs. And then pack it into the van. That's one of those things that I really need to get out and do, is get out into that van and clean it up really good, and you know, chase out all the little bugs and stuff that hang out in your car. Every once in a while you get in your car and it's like, is that a little itty bitty tiny spider? Yeah, they just get in, you know. Or those little gnats, those little moths, little tiny moths that float around your car when you get in. They just show up. So my van sits a lot, so I should really go over it, clean it up. Do it, man. Coffee's good this morning. I've been easing back on the coffee. I think I've got the recipe just right now. Has to change a little bit depending on the shade of the roast. I got a dark roast. Not a real strong dark roast, but a dark roast. So I don't use as much coffee. I ease back just a little bit. Just a little sprinkle less. Let's talk about this week. Tomorrow we are going to talk about the mini-series The Winds of War. It's a Herman Wouk novel series. And The Winds of War is the first novel. And then after that, and this really, World War II, it takes us right up into Pearl Harbor. So it's all about the winds of war and how everything's building. And then it literally ends with Pearl Harbor. And then the follow-up series is a 2-part mini-series, War and Remembrance, Part 1 and Part 2. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Wednesday, we're going to listen to and discuss one of my favorite comedy radio shows, The Great Gildersleeve, William Waterman. Just a great fucking show. Great show. And so we'll listen to an episode. On Thursday, it's 8 tracks, arts and crafts, little electric guitar. And then on Friday, we're going to talk about me, the early years, actually living in a house. Yes, when I was a kid, there were times when we actually lived in a house. Not always. Every once in a while, we lived in a house for a little while. Short periods. But I think the longest we lived in a house was a couple of years in Temecula, California. Back when Temecula was Rancho, California. So we're going to get into that. Also, it'll be more This Week in History on Friday, and a little bit of Conspiracy Corner, right? And we can kind of discuss another conspiracy theory out there. We don't know what yet. We're just going to kind of wing it, play by ear. We've been talking a lot about missing persons and aliens. Paying up the alien overlords with human body count. Don't forget the gold. And don't forget the... how come we don't know that we're here? Because the chemtrails set up clouds in the sky. that totally cover up anything that's going on up there. How do you know what's going on up in the upper atmosphere when you can't see it? That's a good point. That's a good point. I don't know. It's just a theory. Not my theory. It's just one that I've heard about. None of these are my theories. This is just stuff that I'm passing along. Right. It all kind of collects in my brain, and then I kind of mull it around and then spit it back out again. I picked up these free Logitech speakers and a subwoofer from, once again, my wife's friend who was moving and give stuff away. It has this control attachment that allows me to turn the speakers on when I don't want to use the headphones. So during the show, I have to use the headphones because I can't have this sound looping back. And it does sound weird. So, but when I want to sit here at my desk and just watch a movie through my TV, I don't want to sit and use the headphones. So now I can just, or if I'm on the computer, I can just run it through the stereo way over there, have it fill the whole room. This way I can just turn my, whatever I'm watching through this TV here, whether it be the TV itself or the computer, it has its own sound now. I can listen to it here and control it. And I can jack another headphone into it, which is very cool. So it'll go both ways. Totally, man. Crazy. Crazy, man. All right. I'm going to do my, what is this? Bong hit number 4 here. Yeah. Along with this week of programming here on the morning show with our TV guide and our records and stuff, we've got a whole lot going on this channel. So you all should check it out. It's very cool. The commercial this week is the promo. The weekly guide / weekly promo is about 7 minutes and 15 seconds long, I believe. And I just kind of put in little snippets of what we're going to be doing this week. So check it out. Check out the program guides. They're fun, they're entertaining, and you get an idea of what's happening on the channel at any given week. And they're usually labeled for what week they are, so you know when something came out and where you're going to find it in the playlist. Totally, man. It's great stuff. I have so much fun, not just finding these things and making the videos and doing all this, but sharing them, watching them, reliving my youth. The little Pappy and Harriet's thing, right? The little that we picked up, the little keychain. It says established in 1982. And I looked at my daughter and I said, wow. I said, there's a lot of stuff in this house that is 1982, baby. So that's very cool. That's very appropriate. Yeah, that's the way it is. I'm going to do this bong hit here. Wow, I can't wait to go camping. I cannot wait. God, I had those weird dreams last night. Weird. Weird dream. One weird part is the dog was at the door barking, so I opened the door and looked, and out on the shed, which was mirrored on the other side instead of, that was weird. But it wasn't, because it seemed mirrored in my head, but it was on the right side in retrospective. And on top of the shed was a cat burglar with a machine. I mean, it looked like totally something out of a movie. Cat burglar all dressed in black with a mask and a little mini submachine gun. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I closed the door and clicked it, but I didn't lock it. So all of a sudden the dude's in the house. So I tell Natalie her door's locked. I said, keep her door locked, call 911, yell at my wife, call 911. And then I woke up as I was confronting the guy. But I mean, it was like weird dreams before that, being in the back of my van on a pile of cushions with somebody standing at the back door going, what's the tag on these cushions? And me explaining to them that I bought them at a thrift shop and yada. And it's like, that was weird. Do it, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is going to be fun. Fun on a bun. I went to the store yesterday. I would have preferred to nap out because I was just so drained. So I went to the store with my wife and we spent like an hour out, and I tried to pick up a few things that I thought I could eat because I need to start putting some weight on and I need to start eating more regular, mo food on a regular basis because, yeah. I don't care anymore. I told my wife, look, you got to make sure that I eat because I just don't care. It's not that I don't care. It's just that it just escapes me. I'll sit here for hours and go without eating. And the longer I go without eating, it seems like the easier it is to just go without eating. Right? You got to check. Have you eaten anything? Here, eat this. Here, let me make you something to eat or something. Go eat. Because I will just get, I'll drink this coffee, and if I don't eat something in the next hour, I could just go the rest of the day and not eat. Because there's nothing in my stomach. My stomach hasn't gotten bigger, so it hasn't shrunk any smaller. It's not crying out for anything because it's not big enough to feel empty. So the way I feel hungry is I start to feel run down. And then my energy level tanks. If I drink water, that will totally send my stomach into turmoil because all of a sudden there's something in my stomach, but it ain't food. And then my stomach wigs the fuck out about it. Totally. We got about 15 minutes left here. Monday morning, May 19th, 2025. Oh, every time I say that or write that, it's just like, wow. Anybody born this century, it's like, what? Anybody born last century is like, this is weird. This is weird. I mean, in 1975, I would have imagined a completely different 2025, a completely different 2025. I would not have imagined it to be so oddly mundane and ridiculously overstimulated, right? There's too much going on with no tangible results, right? It's like now you can spend your whole life, every single day doing something, and when all is said and done, at the end of the day, you wind up with nothing. Now, I do all of this here, and everything that I get from it is in here. There's nothing here. It's in here. It's on YouTube. It's in files. It's but there's nothing tangible. There's nothing that I can say, look, I built this, right? I can print out something that says Elsinore Brothers Studio, and that means nothing without all of this other stuff, right? There's just I just feel nothing, right? And so many people out there are putting their lives into that kind of result. And we have millions of people out there who are game, who are ready to do that. You know, when they pass away in their short little life, what are they going to leave behind? Some videos, some mysteries, you know? What's it going to be? Is there going to be anything tangible, right? This show that is pretty much just nothing. It's just ether, right? It's just air. It has enabled me, or prompted me, provoked me, inspired me to collect a lot of the crap that I have here, that I share. So, in a way, it has led to some tangible results. Or the tangibility of what I am creating here at home has led to what is happening on my channel. Either way, right? At some point, I'm hoping that probably when I'm gone, I'm hoping that at some point the rest of the world will catch on to what I'm doing here and get it, right? I'm just trying to help in my own weird little way, crazy, fucked up, misguided way. All I am trying to do is hold a mirror up to the present, and it's a magic mirror that looks into the past, into its own past. Look at yourself in the past. Look at what we used to be then, right? How does that compare to now? I'm not saying that today sucks and yesterday was better, because you can't say that. They're like two different. I can't say that what my parents did, you know, fuck them, they suck, I hate them. I can't do that because I wasn't them. I didn't make those decisions. I wasn't in their skin, wearing their shoes, right? So it's just like no comparison. But at some point, I hope that people get it, that the world catches on to what I'm doing, what I've tried to do here with my couple of years of YouTube stuff, because I won't be able to do this forever. I'm hoping that, yeah, that at some point I can pass the torch to somebody, right, who will keep this alive, you know. Joey, grow a beard. We have to keep the channel the same. It has to be Crazy Old Weird Bearded Guy forever. I don't change my clothes to suit the weather, so to speak. I have, if you look at Facebook, I have had the same profile picture for over 10 years. And it's just a little happy face, a little smiley face that's kind of buzzed. And that's it. And that's always going to be there. I hear noise. But, so, my channel's name, the channel call sign has to stay the same. It may go through different hosts, channel hosts, but if I fade away, that would be my only request, is that it stays true to what it is. It stays Elsinore Brothers Studios. It stays Crazy Old Weird Bearded Guy. The shows stay the same and change and evolve to suit the new host, right? But pretty much the same stuff, you know, with some new young blood programming. But let's Let's keep the tried and true stuff. Yeah, please don't litter. I was reading my cigarette package. It says, please don't litter, underage sale prohibited. Surgeon General's warning, smoking causes lung cancer, heart disease, emphysema, and may complicate pregnancy. Well, in my mother's case, it didn't complicate her pregnancy with me. I'm sure she was smoking quite heavily and drinking and using drugs when she had me, because I was pretty fucked up when I was born. Not to mention, cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. So I survived. I got through it. I learned. I became a smarter person. Okay, I got a last bong hit here. And then we'll go over what's happening this week again. And then we'll get out of here. Note to self. And then we'll get out of here. That's it. You don't have to be jealous. Just because I do bong hits. And you can't, it's okay. Not everybody has to. I'll tell you what, I'll do the bong hits for you. Yeah. So on the old agenda here, of course, thank you for joining me for the boarded window this morning. That was fun. Kind of a sad story. Kind of a Twilight Zone sadness about it with the no talking. Tomorrow we'll talk about the Winds of War, the miniseries, on Television Tuesday. Wednesday, Old Time Radio Wednesday, we'll discuss and listen to The Great Gildersleeve. On Thursday, we're going to do 8-track tapes, arts and crafts, and we'll play around with the guitar again. The kitchen's open, yay. And then, of course, Friday, Me, the Early Years. We'll talk about actually living in a house. And this week in history, Conspiracy Corner, the usual kind of stuff. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to go camping. I can't wait for Joey to finally be here. It's just like a week and a half away or something. It's not too far down the road. It's crazy, man. Crazy. Yeah, it's right about this time that I start getting a little bit hungry. You start hearing kitchen sounds and you start thinking, food. Baby. And then I start to drool. Do you ever have a dog that just drools uncontrollably when he sleeps? It turns out we have one. We have a little half-breed Chihuahua that's kind of big. And it turns out that when he sleeps with his mouth open and he drools. And he leaves a big puddle when he sleeps. Is that crazy? Hey, who wet the bed? Oh, Jesus, the dog. Hey, close your face, dog. I've never had that before. I've known people who drool when they sleep. I drool when I sleep, but a dog? I've known dogs who drool when they're awake. Big old giant slobbery dogs, basset hounds and that kind of stuff. But I've never known a dog to just drool uncontrollably when he sleeps. It's weird. He's a weird little dog, so it just would go that he's a kook and he drools. He's got weird stuff. Weird little habits. He likes to be alone. Yeah, he's a weird one. And he's a foodie too. He's a real food hound. You make a food noise, boy, and he's right there. What's going on, man? What's going on? What's up? Totally, man. Let's see. What else did we want to talk about now before it is too late? What is happening this evening? Minecrafting. My daughter is joining me for Minecrafting this evening at 5 p.m. So please stop by and say hi. I am going to be sure to put on Facebook that my daughter is going to be my guest gamer, I guess. She won't be on camera, but she will be gaming. And she's going to take charge of my character and run around and check out the world that I've created. It's quite extensive. It covers several scores of maps. She and I have created a lot of worlds together. This is one that I've done on my own, and she's seen portions of it. She started the world, and then she gave up on it, and I took it over. And I'm the kind of guy that if I'm going to invest in, I don't want to start a new world and then start a new world and start. I want everything to kind of roll in together and build and build and build. So these worlds are just crazy intricate and detailed, and so much to do. It's crazy, man. Well, it has come to the time of the morning where I have to get up and do something other than flap my jaw, flap my lips. I don't want to, but I got to do it. All right. So, as usual, thank you so much for joining me this morning, once again this week. I hope you're able to stick around for the entire week. I really hope you'll come back this evening. But you guys know what to do. Be nice to each other. Spread peace and love, not bullshit. Go out there and do something for yourself, but do something for somebody else too. Why? Because it makes you feel good. Makes somebody else feel good, makes the world a better place, all right? Take care of each other. You know, we're all related. We all share the same mitochondrial mother. Way back when. We're all related. It's proven. It's science, all right? So take care of each other. You're taking care of yourself, all right? Most especially, stay weird, because if you ain't weird, ain't nobody going to be weird for you. All right? You got to put in the hours. You got to put in the time. Do that weird. I'm here. I'm weird. Get used to it. All right, people. Take care of yourselves. Have a great night or a great day, and I'll see you tonight. Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Adios.